Guys, today I've got something very important to share with you guys. I lost the trade today, man. Oh my. I done lost the trade today. I get comments like, do you ever lose a trade? How many losses did it take before you got that win? Do you ever lose? This is why I don't show you guys my losses and I get way too emotional. Yes, your boy loses sometimes, and sometimes it just take me losing a trade before I win a trade. But guys, look, on a serious note, today we are starting off this video different. We are starting off this video with 2 losses. Oh! Just watch the video, man. Today I'm going to be intraday trading Euro USD. I actually lost 2 trades first before I actually get into the next trade that I'm about to talk about. There's some people out there who talk about how many losses did you take before that trade, or how come you don't show us any losses. Look guys, on my YouTube channel I actually tell you all if I took a loss before I trade. Run a couple of the videos back, you should be able to see that for yourself. Anyway guys, today we're going to be intraday trading Euro USD, and I'm dropping this source because some of you messaged me and said you haven't heard from me in a long time, so I'm about to grace you with some knowledge. Let's go. Before we get into the entry, let's break down the reason I was off this selling mindset on Euro USD. Euro USD has taken out some of these highs. This is a very big thing because it just shows that Euro USD is bullish right now. So with that in mind, whenever it takes out a high, I'm going to be anticipating some kind of turnaround. And so what's happened now is price has taken out this high over here, and I've said this multiple times before. Always remember this: when you're trading above an old high, you want to be more so of a seller than a buyer. So you don't want to be doing any kind of breakout buying. You want to be buying from a discount and taking it to that high. When price is trading above a high, it doesn't matter whether it's this high, any of these highs, or this one over here. When price is trading above a high, technically you want to be a seller. Especially when price is traded up into a premium, you technically want price to drop into a discount. When it comes to dropping into a discount, it doesn't mean you have to swing trade that pair all the way down into a discount. You can take multiple trades across multiple days. And so this is how you day trade. You'll be in the trade within the day and out the trade within that same day. So you can see here is a new day, and what does price do? Price goes instantly to go and fill in this gap, which is cool, and then it runs out all kinds of liquidity and it trades above this high. So once again, like I said, whenever price trades above a high, you wouldn't be a seller. This is our high. The moment price traded above this high over here, this is when I initially start looking for a selling opportunity, and I actually end up losing 2 trades right here. You guys know I always give myself 3 opportunities to catch a sell or to catch a trade. And so what I would do is, if it plays me the first time, I'll enter it a second time. Once again, if it plays me a second time, I give myself 1 more opportunity to catch that trade. If I get stopped out that 3rd time, then basically my trading is done and I'm off. And so that would be a negative 3% on the account. And so if I put this replay mode on quickly, let's pull it to here. And in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the text on the right hand side. There we go. So you can see a high there. So that was that high, and price ran above it, taking that liquidity, and then dropped beneath that institutional candle. Now I'm getting ready to sell this pair. But what I decided to do was wait for price to trade through this low 1 more time. Then I was going to be a lot more confident taking that trade. And so when price did that here, you can see the low of this candlestick comes in at 1.04428. And then this one comes in 1.04427. So it just took it out by 1 pipette. That was me. I was good with that. I entered roughly about when price was traded up into this area here, and I put my stop loss at the high. And then this is when I got taken out the very first time. And then I thought, okay, cool. I'm giving myself 3 opportunities. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to wait for this low to get taken out, which it did. And then I was going to enter when price traded up into this area of inefficiency. So once again, you can see, look, price dropped in my favor. There's no moving of stops. I know people would have said they would have moved their stops. And you know, if that was you, that's all you. I don't move my stops that quick. I like to give the trade enough time to actually go out and run that liquidity. So there was no moving of stops. Once again, price came up and it stopped me out again. So that was a negative 2%. Then I said, okay, cool. Let's look at the next agenda. So what I did here is I zoomed out. I didn't stay on this 1 minute time frame. The 1 minute time frame is just for entries only. So I zoomed out of the chart now. You can see that was the running of that high. And I said, okay, cool. Since price does not want to turn around from here, what's the next agenda? And so the next agenda was to take out the liquidity above this high. And so this is where I was going to look for my next or my final sell position when price takes out this high. And I'm going to play 1 candlestick at a time. On the next candle, we took out this high. Once again, when you trade above a high, you want to be a more so of a selling mindset than a buyer. And so once again, when it traded above this high, I know it's kind of giving away some of it now. You can see it's starting to drop. When it traded above this high, this is when I was looking for my 3rd and final sell position. I go back down to the 1 minute time frame. So this is where I'm waiting for price to show me that it actually wants to start shooting to the downside. Apologies guys, guys, I just noticed that the washing machine's on, so you might be hearing some stuff in the background. And my sons are going absolutely wild. When you have on these headphones, you can't really hear anything outside of this, so hopefully you guys can still hear what's going on. And now I'm looking for price to show me what's to go to the downside. So I'm gonna play it a few times. So far it's good. It's moving in line with what I want. There we go. So right here, you can see that price makes a big push to the downside. Now price has made that big push to the downside. I'm looking to get into the trade. This was the opportunity that I saw. I wanted to enter in from roughly about this level over here. I entered roughly from about 72-ish with a stop loss at this high. So I was roughly about an 8 pip stop loss. I believe it was like an 8 or 9 pip stop loss. And just to show you guys that I was actually looking at this entry, I did record myself literally patiently waiting for this to play out. I'm going to go ahead and play that now. And then also what I'm showing you guys as well is I'm also showing you guys my TP. My TP area was going to be this level down here, this down close candle here. So you can see this down close candle runs out the low and then pushes higher. That's an institutional candle. And so this institutional candle, I'm going to go ahead and mark out for you guys real quick as well. That high to this low, right? That's my down close candle. There we go, I've got it marked up. And then what I'm looking to do, I'm looking to go to the very open of that down close candle. I did actually share this with my mentees as well. I was sharing with them that I'm selling from here, finally got my sell, and I was looking for the DXY to push up higher. That meant your USD would technically fall. So right now, you guys are in the secret place. So this is my Discord, and here you can see yesterday, roughly about 12:42, I said to the mentees that I'm selling EURUSD as the DXY is retracing. Here it is right here. And then I put just beneath that I wanted the DXY to retrace first before running out to equal lows below. So it's all here in the mentorship. And for those people wondering what on earth am I talking about when I'm talking about the DXY retracing, this is what I meant. You can see there's relative equal lows here. That low and that low, they're pretty close together. These are relative equal lows. You know, there's going to be money beneath this area here. When I dropped the message to the mentees, DXY was roughly about these lows. I wanted to see a retracement higher into this daily imbalance before dropping. So that was my agenda. And so that was another reason I was actually confident in this trade. You can see it's getting close to my entry. Eventually it tags me in right here. Stop loss is in the right place. So you actually firm any kind of drawdown that occurs. It's moving so slow, but as you guys can see, I've paused it now. No stop loss hit. Price then drops lower, taking out this low, and then that gives me even more confidence to hold the trade. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel out all of this to show you guys where your USD actually went to. This was a beautiful trade. We smashed TP. Now I'm going to put on my executions to show you guys how it actually went down. So here's my executions. You can see this is when I took my very first 2 opportunities when price ran out this high. The sell arrows here. This is when I sold. I got stopped out. Sold, got stopped out. So I said, okay, cool, I'm chilling. Let's wait for the next one. And then boom, you can see right here, this was my next opportunity right in here. This one I entered. My stop loss was roughly about 8 point something pips. This was where my stop loss was. I was above this high over here. So roughly about 8 point something pips. And this ended up being like an 11R trade. And this is where I took my first partials down here. And I took my second partials when price actually dug into the down close candle. So that was 3 trades, 2 losses, 1 win. In total, that's 9% gain. Let's go.